Hello, I'm Michael, and welcome to Medlock Method Chinese Language Builder.
你好，我是邱老师。
And what are we doing in this language builder, Cholasha?
Today we are still in taxi.
So we're doing the third and the final part of Chinese language builder for taxis.
That's right. 打车 or 坐计程车. Okay, let's move on. Okay, the first sentence pattern is 到那儿大概要多长时间?
Arrive there, about need how much time?
Technically, we say how long, 多长时间, how long time. Okay, and 要 need or require or want. Okay, here's requires how long.
So the correct way of saying this in English, of course, is how long does it take to get there?
That's right. But we say 大概, about.
About how long does it take to get there?
That's right. Okay, let's practice a little bit here.
Let's do a little bit of ask me, tell me to do that, shall we?
Sure.
So first tell me airport.
机场
Ask me, about how long does it take to get to the airport?
到机场大概要多长时间?
Tell me, about an hour.
大概1小时.
Tell me, train station.
火车站
Ask me, about how long does it take to get to the train station?
到火车站大概要多长时间?
Tell me, about 10 minutes.
大概10分钟.
Tell me, Bei Hai.
北海
Bei Hai is Bei Hai. What is Bei Hai, Cholasha?
Bei Hai is a park in Beijing, a famous one.
Ask me, about how long does it take to get to Bei Hai?
到北海大概要多长时间?
Tell me, about half an hour.
大概半小时.
Tell me, the Oriental Pearl Building.
Okay, it's in Shanghai.
That's right.
Yeah, very famous building. 东方明珠
Ask me, how long does it take to get to the Oriental Pearl Building?
到东方明珠大概要多长时间?
Tell me, about a quarter of an hour.
1刻钟
Tell me, Taipei 101.
Okay, in Chinese, in Taiwan they call it 101大楼.
So we use E for one in Taiwan, is that correct?
That's right, 101大楼. Or some people say 台北101.
Ask me, about how long does it take to Taipei 101?
到101大楼大概要多长时间?
Tell me 20 minutes.
20分钟. Let's move on. And this sentence pattern is actually quite similar. 到那儿大概要多少钱?
So literally, arrive there, about need how much money?
That's right. So
How much does it cost to get there?
that's
about.
right. Okay, I repeat that again. 到那儿大概要多少钱? Okay, let's ask me and tell me.
So again, we'll use the same vocabulary as we used before. Ask me, about how much does it cost to go to the airport?
到机场大概要多少钱？
Tell me about 20 kuai.
大概20块。
Obviously, you're quite close to the airport there. Ask me about how much does it cost to get to the train station.
到火车站大概要多少钱？
Tell me about 30 kuai.
大概要30块钱。
Ask me about how much does it cost to get to Bei Hai.
到北海大概要多少钱？
Tell me about 25 kuai.
大概25块钱。
Ask me about how much does it cost to get to the Oriental Pearl Building.
到东方明珠大概要多少钱？
Tell me about 60 kuai.
大概60块。 Have you noticed that sometimes I say 60块 or sometimes I say 60块钱? Either way is fine. 60块钱 or 60块, either is fine.
Same meaning, yes?
Yeah.
Ask me about how much does it cost to get to Taipei 101.
到101大楼大概要多少钱？
Tell me about 125 kuai.
大概要125块钱。
Now, the number's bigger because there's a different currency used in Taiwan.
That's right. Okay. And I'd like to remind you again, 大楼 means big building. 楼 is building or floor. Which floor?
So Dalo is really skyscraper.
That's right. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Here, some questions you might ask. 你可能问的问题。你可能问的问题。For example,
Let's think of some situations, shall we? So, you walk up to a taxi rank and the taxis are not always on duty. So you want to ask them, are you going now? How would you say go for a vehicle?
走。
Ask me, are you going or are you on duty?
您走不走? Okay, it's very simple. You know, are you on duty? Are you going now? 您走不走?
In another situation, you might want to ask, are they going on the meter or do you have to negotiate the price?
So on the meter would be 表. On the meter, go on the meter would be, in Chinese it says hit the meter, 打表. So this question you want to ask is, do you hit the meter or not?
So ask me, are you using the meter?
打表不打表? And here you don't even have to say you. 打表不打表? It's like first question, you can also say 走不走? Or 您走不走? 打表不打表? 您打表不打表?
Let's have a look at this next situation, which you might occasionally come across in China, asking about traffic jams. So you would want to ask about, is the traffic heavy? So you'd literally ask traffic jam. How would you say traffic jam?
There are two ways. One is 堵车, and one you say 塞车. And today we use 堵车.
How do you say now?
现在.
Now in Chinese you put the now at the beginning, not the end, as we would in English. Ask me, is the traffic heavy now?
现在堵不堵车? Okay, in Chinese way you say that traffic jam or not. OK, 现在堵不堵车?
Now we're in a similar situation, and you want to ask about the place that you're going. Will the traffic be heavy there? Be heavy getting there?
Yeah.
So you'd ask, going there. How would you say that in Chinese?
去那儿?
So ask me, going there, is the traffic heavy?
So we have 去那儿 first. OK. 去那儿堵不堵车?
The next situation is that you might be looking for a safety belt in the taxi. Not always easy to find. So you're going to ask them about the safety belts.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes they hide it.
Because it's uncomfortable to sit on.
That's right. They hide it. They put it behind the seat.
So how do you say seat belt or safety belt?
安全带. 安全 is safety and 带 is belt. 安全带.
How do you say in the car?
In Chinese, we say on the car. 车上.
Ask me, is there a safety belt in the car? And put the in the car first.
"车上有没有安全带? I'll repeat that again. 车上有没有安全带? Okay, good. Let's move on. 还有 more. You probably want to give more instructions. For example,
You want to ask the taxi driver to go to the end of the road. How do you say the end of the road, Jiolosha?
in Chinese, very, very peculiar. You say 头 head.
So you go to the head.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also go to the bottom, can't you?
Or 底.
But that's not the physical bottom on a person.
So here you would like to say 走到头 or 走到底.
And another situation, of course, you want the taxi to stop. How would you say stop?
停
How do you ask the taxi driver to stop here?
停这.
Tell the driver to stop just here.
In Chinese, we have just first. 就停这.
In the next situation, that you might want to get out of the taxi, do something, maybe pick up a friend or drop a letter in a mailbox, and then get back in again. So you want to be telling the taxi driver to wait for a while. How do you say wait for a moment?
请等会儿.
So you want to explain that you'll be back immediately. How do you say immediately?
马上. In Chinese, is on the horse. 马上.
And how would you say be back immediately?
马上回来.
So tell the taxi driver, I'll be back immediately.
我马上回来.
Okay, let's mash those two bits together. Tell the taxi driver, please wait a moment, I'll be back immediately.
请等会儿，我马上回来.
Now, of course, you want the taxi driver to earn some money even while you're waiting, so you'd ask him to keep the meter running.
In Chinese, you said, don't stop the meter.
So how would you say keep the meter running?
先别停表.
So it's a peculiar having that xian there. You say first don't stop the meter.
Yeah, first don't stop the meter. 先别停表.
Tell me, keep the meter running, I'll be back immediately.
先别停表，我马上回来. Okay, now you're back in the car again, in the taxi again.
And you want to be telling the taxi driver, carry on, or keep going ahead, literally. How do you say keep, as in keep doing something?
Continue. 继续，继续。
Tell me, keep going forward, keep going ahead.
继续往前走。
So literally, continue towards front go.
That's right. 继续往前走。 Okay, let's move on to more situations. Okay, 你可能听到司机说
You might hear the driver say, so we're going to be looking at situations where the driver is telling you something.
Yeah.
And again, a fairly typical situation. There's maybe a traffic jam, an accident, the road is blocked or something, and it means that you can't go that way. How do you say not allowed to or can't?
Not allowed to, colloquially we say 不让, not let, 不让.
Tell me, here you're not allowed to go.
这不让走.
And again, the Chinese put the here at the beginning of the sentence, and we would put it at the end of the sentence.
That's right, location goes before the verb. 这不让走. And you can say they are not allowed to go. Yeah, allowed to go is 那儿不让走.
Another situation is that you want to make a left turn, but you're not allowed to.
It's illegal.
So how do you say left turn?
左拐.
Tell me, here you're not allowed to make a left turn.
这不让左拐.
And let's do a right turn as well. Say, here you're not allowed to do a right turn.
这不让右拐.
Here's an unusual situation. There's a traffic jam ahead.
Right.
Yeah, you don't see that often at all, do you?
No, not at all.
The taxi driver wants to tell you that there's a traffic jam ahead, as if you wouldn't know. Tell me, ahead there's a traffic jam.
前头堵车. Okay, 前头堵车. Okay, let's move on to the situation that you are paying now. And 换零钱. To change. 零钱 is change. Small money is 零钱. Or 找钱. Give the money back. 找钱 could be literally means to find money, okay? And also means to give the change back. 找钱. 找钱.
So in this situation, you give your taxi driver 100 kwai note, and he's telling you, oops, I don't have any change. First, how do you say change?
零钱.
So he asks you, do you have any change?
有没有零钱?
He might explain, I can't break it.
Break it.
So break it into 10s or 50s.
Yes, but in Chinese, okay, give a change back is 找钱, and can break it is 找得开.
Find it able to open.
Yes, okay, and cannot break it will be 找不开.
Tell me, I can't break it.
我找不开.
You might want to tell the taxi driver, I only have hundreds. How do you say hundreds?
100的.
And how do you say only have?
只有.
Tell the driver, I only have hundreds.
我只有100的.
Now you're in a bit of a bind. He can't change hundreds and you only have hundreds. What would you do?
I probably ask someone on the street.
So you're going to ask a pedestrian. How do you say pedestrian?
It's very simple in Chinese. 路人, street person.
Got a very different meaning in English, doesn't it?
路人, 路人.
Tell me, ask that pedestrian.
we want to be sort of a soft, so we will repeat the verb 问问问问那个路人
How do you say have any change?
有没有零钱
Tell me, ask that pedestrian if he has any change.
问问那个路人有没有零钱
Now, you can't actually say it like this in Chinese, can you, Cholasha?
No, you need more because it's weird that you go up to someone and say, do you have change? In Chinese, 你有没有零钱 Sounds like you want me to pay something or what? So you need to tell them the function, why.
You want to change.
That's right.
So the verb to change is
换
ask me, do you have any change to change?
有没有零钱可以换 So here means that do you have a change which can be changed 可以换
So let's put that all together. Tell me, ask that pedestrian if he has any change.
问问那个路人有没有零钱可以换 Okay, one more time. 问问那个路人有没有零钱可以换
Of course, there may be a situation when there aren't any pedestrians, or the pedestrians don't have any change, or they run away from you.
Yeah, then I will go to the convenience store.
How do you say convenience store?
便利商店便利商店
Tell me, we can go to a convenience store.
我们可以去便利商店
Tell me to change.
换零钱
Put it together. Tell me, we can go to a convenience store to get some change.
我们可以去便利商店换零钱 Okay, let's say that one more time. 我们可以去便利商店换零钱
And that brings us to the end of Taxi Chinese in Chinese Language Builder.